السلام عليكم خوتي أينما كنتم وحيثما وجدتم دائما احنا في احنا. Today we're going to continue the lesson number 4. Yes, Algerians can speak English. Thank you very much for your comments, for your suggestion. We're nice to hear from you. Thank you, and keep watching. Andy. السلام عليكم عبد الرزاق.
عليكم السلام.
وش راك لاباس؟
لاباس الحمد لله.
الحمد لله. We continue. Yes, Algerians can speak English.
Thank you very much indeed. So we continue with more questions, and hopefully people are basically. I thank everybody watching the videos for the positive comments, and also including the even negative comments. We're here to help in promoting, teaching English language, and your comments, your contributions are welcomed. Even though they are even some of them are negative, but they're welcome. And thank you very much, Salah, for your hard work you put in for the community and your commitment.
Thank you very much, Andy. We're going to start with the first question. How can a learner improve his or her English in general?
Well, this is again, I think first of all, let me just say about myself. I taught myself grammar, I taught myself pronunciation. In the classroom situation, don't expect to learn everything. So you should have a dictionary at home. If you don't speak English well, you can have a dictionary in English Arabic or English French if you master French. A grammar book, communicate as much as you can. Expose yourself to the language. Watch the news in English language if you live in the UK or America, Australia, Ireland. Or listen to the radio in Algeria. Lots of reading. I would advise my people to read as much as they can in English language, and don't be reticent and shy. Read as much as you can, because practice makes perfect.
Yes.
And a commitment. You can commit yourself like 2 hours a day. Even people are tired, exhausted, and knackered. So spend some time in reading newspapers, magazines, short stories, grammar books. It's a continuous
TV programs.
It's a continuous work.
TV programs.
TV program, of course, they help for the exposure to the language. You can hear people talking and communicate as much as you can.
Yes, we're talking about TV programs. I was watching the Algerian news, and they show us a program. Like small kids in Algeria want to learn English. I was surprised.
We're talking about TV program. We've seen, I think I watched last week, a program about a school in Algeria where kids are willing to learn English. And this is a good initiative because I believe they're listening to what we're doing in this country, England. And so our initiative means it's quite successful. So they're following us. And hopefully they will continue working hard on English language and introduce it in primary schools.
It's good. You see, my second question. A few Algerians I met are afraid of making mistakes when they write or speak English. What advice would you give to them?
Well, this advice I'll give it to myself, even though I'm teaching English language. But we're still struggling with the language because we're not really 100% native speakers. We're nearly native speakers. We're near native speakers. I would advise Algerians to avoid being reticent, shy, because by only making mistakes you will learn. And if your mistakes are highlighted, you will learn a lot. For example, in my first interview, I've discovered a couple of genuine mistakes I've made. I believe with a slip of the tongue. For example, I said, I've got some if you allow me to say, I said, for example, retention, which is not actually good. It should be keep retention, because I was panicking. So when you expose yourself to the language, you still make mistakes. I said something about exposure to the language, for the language, rather than actually exposed to the language. And I repeated subject twice. I said Algerians, they, so double subject. And I said there are minorities, there is a minority. And there are a couple of genuine mistakes that are made, which makes me think, okay, I go back to them and I try to work on them, even though I'm teaching English language. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're still in continuum.
Even we lost a few days ago we met that English teacher.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
He told us he's a teacher, but he still
Yes.
made some mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah, because as I said to you, I taught myself grammar, I taught myself pronunciation on my own. I don't come from a rich family in Algeria. I come from a small town in Algeria, from a poor family. So I had to work hard on my English language, and we're still learning. So it's a long process. It's a continuum, and I would really strongly advise Algerians to avoid being shy, which means reticent, and not to be arrogant. If somebody corrects my mistakes, I'll be very, very happy. I'll be the happiest person if somebody points out my mistakes and I can correct them. I still learn from my students as well. I'm not perfect, and so basically try to they have to bear in mind, when you speak in English, if you make mistakes in English language, it means you're learning. As long as somebody corrects your mistakes and you learn from your mistakes. But if you're stubborn and refuse listening, so you will never learn. And it's not just in English language. In general, if people are stubborn, they don't want to be corrected, so they won't learn.
I have heard that you made audio tape for the Algerian to learn English. Can you tell us about those tapes?
Basically, there are tapes. They are 7 tapes. Each tape 90 minutes. What they include, they translate. Basically, I used to translate from Algerian Arabic into English language. They were quite successful tapes. So what they contain grammar, they contain pronunciation, idioms, vocabulary, and I created topics that will interest Algerians, the daily problems in the UK. So within a topic, in a context. For example, in grammar, I used to focus on tenses: present simple, present past simple, present perfect simple, future simple, modal verbs, present continuous, past continuous, within a context of the situation. In terms of pronunciation, I did some sophisticated stuff in pronunciation, like weak, strong forms, assimilations, things probably ordinary Algerians don't understand. So I was trying to correct their pronunciation as much as I can, get it near to the native speaker, what we call received pronunciation, including stimulation, stress, intonation, and I've seen a lot of I was given a lot of positive feedback from the Algerians, from the students. They listened to the tapes. Unfortunately, I couldn't carry on because I didn't have time to do that. But with Salah, with the help of Salah, we will continue. This hard work, inshallah. So you will listen to our voice. You listen to my voice maybe next time for lessons, proper lessons.
Yeah, please, can you give us examples from your tapes?
For example, as I said, I think, for example, in terms of pronunciation, I can make it look very entertaining and people can laugh. For example, what I used to do in terms of pronunciation, I used to go every corner where Algerians did socialize, or they socialize. I listened to their conversation, I listened to their pronunciation. I was writing down, jotting down all the mistakes they used to make in pronunciation. So, and I correct their pronunciation. For example, they say, I can say it in Arabic to make people people laugh. يا خوتي ما تقولوش وطمستول قولوا Walthamstow. Walthamstow is a place in London in Zone 3. For example, there's another place
In East London.
It's north.
No, East London.
East north, yeah.
East.
Well, it is east north.
East 17.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you know both better than me. Right. There's another place called Wood Green. So Algerians used to say.
That's in North 22. That's North 22, huh?
Yeah,
that's North. Yeah.
Wood Green. يا خوتي مشي Wood Green مشي واد الآخر ولد العلايق. Wood Green. wood green, and I used to repeat it 3 times for people to learn it, and it was quite successful because people want to laugh and learn at the same time. And in terms of grammar, so I used to use the situations where as I said, daily problems of Algerians, and create a scene or scenario where people listen, laugh, learn, and entertain themselves.
Good. What kind of learners have you taught in the past?
Well, basically, when I started teaching English in 1996, my English was average. So I did have a lot of support from English speakers, managers. So the trainees I used to teach in Brixton came from different countries. They come all sorts of different countries, from Africa, from Iraq, from South America, from East Europe. Adults, I used to teach adults. I used to teach ESOL, English language as speakers of other languages, which means that the students that want to settle down in the UK. And I used to teach them English, the 4 skills: reading, writing, speaking, listening.
We're talking about ESOL.
Yeah.
I think the government now in the United Kingdom, they require the ESOL as test for English for people who want to pass their citizenship.
Of course, I think in this country, if people want to apply for naturalization, they need a citizenship test. And that particular course is basically about the culture of this country. So people should have a level of 3 to be able actually to take the test.
As ESOL, yeah?
It's an ESOL. They can take it as a course for 6 months, or they can take it as a test. If they're confident enough, they can go for the test. 24 questions about the culture, education in this country, system, how the system works in this country, all sorts of things about the UK.
I would like to ask you to demonstrate for the Algerians English teacher how to teach lesson in English.
Basically, based on how Jeremy Harmer, which I've got the book in my bag. This bag is full of books, not clothes. Basically, usually when we teach the 4 skills: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. We teach receptive skills and productive skills. We start introducing, presenting the topic, then practice, then production, modeling, drilling, correcting mistakes, pair work, group work. So when I teach grammar structure, I don't teach grammar through rules. What I do, I teach it through a context. And this is just a small example. So maybe next time, if we have time, we can elaborate more on that subject.
Thank you very much. What do you say to the people who are watching this video?
Basically, what I would like to say something. The aim of these videos are my aim actually of this video basically is to support, assist Algerians willing to learn English language, no more than that. And we want people who can speak the language, can do something, help the other people they want to learn English language. And
simple as that.
Simple. There's nothing. I'm not perfect, of course. I still make mistakes in English language. I still learn. And your feedback, whether they are positive or negative, they're all welcomed.
As long as they don't go across the line.
Yeah, as long as they are relevant. We're not here competing. It's not my English is better than yours or your English is better than mine. We're here to
mind the dog.
So basically, we're here to tell people we speak our dialect, Algerian. We speak Arabic. We speak even Berber, even French.
Different language.
Different languages. Yeah. And the more languages you know, the more tolerant you become, and you'll understand this world. And I would, as I said, strongly recommend people to commit themselves even half an hour a day. Learning.
Thank you very much, Abdelrazak. I hope to continue with you in next lessons for more, maybe more lessons. Yeah.
I just want to say something for teachers of English language in Algeria. If you spot any mistakes from Andy, just feel welcome to post us your constructive feedback. we're not perfect, as I said.
Thank you very
Thank you very
much.
much indeed.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله.